Hello, beautiful people, and welcome back to the channel. Have you ever felt like you're stuck in life's waiting room? You've prayed, you've planned, you've put in the work, but it feels like the door you're waiting for just won't open. You see others getting their breakthroughs, their dream jobs, their perfect partners, and you're left wondering, God, did you forget about me? If that's you, I want you to know you are not alone. Today, we're diving deep into one of the toughest but most rewarding aspects of faith, trusting God's timing, especially in those long, quiet seasons of waiting. Let's be real for a second. Waiting is hard. We live in a world of instant gratification. We want two-day shipping, instant downloads, and immediate results. So when God's timeline doesn't match our Amazon Prime expectations, it can be incredibly frustrating. It's so easy to fall into the comparison trap, scrolling through social media and seeing everyone else's highlight reels while you feel like you're stuck in the behind-the-scenes bloopers. This can breed doubt, anxiety, and even resentment. We start questioning if we heard God right, if we're doing enough, or if we're worthy of the blessings we're praying for. But here is a truth that has radically changed my perspective. God's delays are not His denials. Let me say that again. God's delays are not His denials. A season of waiting is not a season of punishment. It's a season of preparation. Think about it like a farmer. A farmer doesn't just throw seeds on the ground and expect a harvest the next day. No, there's a process. They have to prepare the soil, plant the seed at the right time, water it, protect it from weeds and pests, and then patiently wait for the sun and the rain to do their work. The waiting isn't passive. It's an active period of cultivation. In the same way, God uses our waiting seasons to cultivate things within us. He's preparing our character. Maybe He's teaching us patience, which, let's be honest, most of us could use more of. Maybe He's building our endurance, strengthening our faith so that when the blessing comes, we have the spiritual maturity to handle it. Imagine being given a huge responsibility you're not ready for. It would be overwhelming and you might even fail. God, in His infinite wisdom and love, knows exactly what we need and when we need it. He's the master farmer of our souls, tilling the soil of our hearts, removing the rocks of pride and the weeds of doubt, making us ready for the incredible harvest He has planned. The Bible is filled with stories of people who had to wait. Abraham and Sarah waited 25 years for their promised son, Isaac. Joseph waited 13 years, going from a pit to a prison before he rose to power in Egypt. David was anointed king as a teenager but didn't take the throne for over a decade, spending years on the run. Even Jesus waited 30 years before beginning His public ministry. What do all these stories have in common? God was faithful. His promise was fulfilled. Not a moment too early, not a moment too late, but at the exact perfect time. Their stories teach us that while we are waiting, God is working. Joseph didn't just sit in prison feeling sorry for himself. He used his gifts, interpreting dreams and managing affairs, which ultimately positioned him for his promotion. David wrote many of the Psalms during his time in the wilderness, pouring his heart out to God and deepening his relationship with Him. These weren't wasted years, they were formative years. So, how do we navigate these waiting seasons without losing hope? First, we need to stay connected to the source. Prayer is our lifeline. Don't just pray for the thing you're waiting for. Pray for strength, for peace, and for wisdom in the waiting. Be honest with God. Tell Him your frustrations, your fears, your doubts. He can handle it. The Psalms are full of raw, honest prayers. It's in that honest communication that our relationship with Him deepens. Second, dive into His Word. The Bible is our instruction manual and our source of encouragement. When you read about God's faithfulness to others, it builds your faith that He will be faithful to you too. Verses like Isaiah 40:31 become our anchor. But those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles. They will run and not grow weary. They will walk and not be faint. This isn't just a nice sentiment. It's a promise to hold on to. Third, practice gratitude. This one can be tough, I know. When you're focused on what you don't have, It's hard to see what you do have, but consciously choosing to thank God for the blessings in your life, no matter how small, shifts your entire perspective. It moves your focus from your lack to His abundance. Start a gratitude journal. Every day, write down 3 things you're thankful for. It trains your heart to look for the good, even in the middle of a difficult season. And finally, don't put your life on hold. While you're waiting for that one big thing, don't miss the hundreds of small, beautiful things God is doing around you and in you right now. Serve others. Learn a new skill. Invest in your friendships and family. Live your life with purpose and joy today. God's plan for your future doesn't cancel out His purpose for your present. Often, it's in being faithful with the little things right where we are that God prepares us for the bigger things to come. Remember that a beautiful, intricate tapestry looks like a messy jumble of threads from the back. We only see the underside, the confusing knots and tangled colors, but God sees the masterpiece He is weaving. Every thread, every color, every delay has a purpose in His grand design. Ecclesiastes 3 says, He has made everything beautiful in its time. Your time is coming. The waiting is not a sign that you've been forgotten. It's a sign that something beautiful is being prepared. Trust the process. Trust the timing. And most of all, trust the heart of the Father who loves you more than you can possibly imagine and who is working all things together for your good. Thank you so much for spending this time with me today. I hope this message encouraged you right where you are. If it did, I would be so grateful if you'd give this video a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss our future conversations. And I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. What helps you trust God in your seasons of waiting? Your story could be the encouragement someone else needs to hear. Until next time, keep your head up and your heart open. You've got this.